Bear Wolf's entire world took a turn when he made a move no one saw coming. After weeks of being pushed around by Celia Daniels and Ray Walters, Bear finally had a chance to break free. But instead of running, he stepped straight into an even darker trap. It started when Ray suddenly took charge for the day. Celia was gone, and Ray was acting tense, checking the time, pacing, barking orders at the workers to wrap things up fast. Bear picked up on it immediately. When he casually mentioned Ray's little appointment, Ray froze. He hadn't expected Bear to notice. And when Bear promised to keep quiet about Ray meeting Laurel Thomas, Ray leaned in with a quiet, almost friendly warning. "Keep this between us." It was the first sign that Ray was playing a deeper game. Later, Bear met with Mick and Simo, who'd been planning their escape for days. Simo reminded them they only had one chance, and it had to be now, while Celia and Ray were both out. Bear hesitated. They didn't even know where they were being held. But Simo didn't care. Anything was better than staying another day under Ray's control. When the moment came, Bear tossed Simo the keys. For the first time, they actually felt like freedom was close. But the second the door swung open, Ray was standing right there, furious. He acted like they'd betrayed him, like he was the victim. Mick pushed back, saying they had every right to leave. And that's when Ray dropped the bomb. Bear had already told him everything. The look on Mick's face said it all. Bear insisted he'd only done what he thought was right, claiming Ray and Celia had looked out for them. But it was clear he'd been completely pulled in by Ray's manipulation. Ray brushed past the argument, promising he'd deal with Mick and Simo later. He didn't say how, and the way he walked off made it even chillier. Before Ray could head to his date, he got word that the police were swarming Caleb Milligan's depot, the same place Ray and Celia had been using to move product through Dylan Pender's. Dylan himself had been trapped in their scheme, so the whole operation was starting to crack. Ray rushed back to the farm, suddenly playing the kind, understanding boss. He told Bear he appreciated the loyalty, almost like he was trying to tighten his grip while everything else was falling apart. Then he calmly explained what had happened to the other two. Simo, he claimed, was sent to a farm closer to his family. Mick apparently had been given a second shot at staying on. The story didn't add up, and even Bear knew it. But when Ray asked if he wanted to leave too, Bear panicked and said no, because at this point, Ray had convinced him he had nowhere else to go. Bear finally admitted he'd been scared that Ray might have gotten angry and punished Mick and Simo. Ray brushed it off with a smirk, dodging the question like it didn't matter. And that's when Bear realized something was off, but he was already too deep to pull himself out. Ray walked away, acting like everything was under control, but every word he said sounded like a lie wrapped in a smile. Bear might think he made the safe choice, but the truth is, he may have just stepped into something far worse. And whatever happened to Mick and Simo is a secret Ray clearly doesn't want any